I'm Peggy, an educator at the Amon Carter Museum of American Art. Welcome to Sensory Explorations. Today's theme is hanging out with suspended art. We're going to be looking at 4 different artworks in our collection that are hanging from the ceiling. This artwork is sometimes called kinetic art or mobiles, which means they hang and then they move with the current of the air. After we talk about these 4 artworks, we're then going to watch a performance by Stas Chernishev and Anne Hung, who are with Fort Worth Performances for Autism, and they're performing a piece that's inspired by the artworks we talk about today. The first artwork we're going to spend time with is called Untitled S453 Hanging 3-Lobed, 3-Layer Continuous Form Within a Form by Ruth Asawa, created in 1957 through 1959. The first fact about this artwork is that the artist Ruth Asawa was born in 1926 and died in 2013. She was the 4th of 7 children in her family. The second fact is that this artwork was created with one long piece of wire that she meticulously looped over and over again to create the 3 orbs and then the orbs inside of it. The third fact is that when Ruth was a little girl, she was inspired by her parents' farm. She would often drag her feet in the dirt, creating these circular shapes. She then transformed those shapes into the sculptures that we see today. Now it's time for you to think. If you were to create an artwork using one material, what material would you use and why? The next artwork we're going to look at is this sculpture entitled 7 and 7 Flowers by James Searles, created in 1998. The first fact about this artwork is that the artist was born in Texas in 1943 and currently lives in Colorado. The second interesting fact about this artwork is that the artist uses steel and then pine limbs that he found in his own backyard. The third fact is that this artwork was inspired by his 7 daughters. There are 7 flowers, and on each flower there are 7 petals. Now it's time for you to talk. If you were to be a flower, what flower would you be and why? The third hanging sculpture we're going to talk about is called Untitled by Alexander Calder, that was created around 1942. The first interesting fact about this artist is that he was born in 1898 in Pennsylvania. He died in 1976. The second interesting fact about this artwork is he used painted aluminum sheets, and steel wire to create this sculpture. The third interesting fact is that he is one of the first artists to create kinetic art or mobiles. In fact, he inspired many artists as he was one of the first to do this. You might even see a mobile in your house hanging above a baby's crib. Now let's think. If you were to have an artwork like this that was to move gently in the air, where would you hang it? Inside or out? The last artwork we're going to spend time with is called Untitled, Nacho Calder, after Alexander Calder, created by artist Justin Favela in 2019. The first interesting fact is that artist Justin Favela was born in 1986 in Las Vegas, Nevada. He still lives there today. Second interesting fact is that the artist used plexiglass, wire, and cut tissue paper to create the details you see. The third interesting fact is that Justin didn't do this alone. He used a team of people to help cut all of the details like the cilantro and jalapenos. He worked on building the structure, which he found was really hard because he couldn't quite balance it right. Now let's talk. What's your favorite food? Do you think you'd want to make an artwork out of it? Would you make a mobile? Now that we've been hanging out with artwork that's hanging from the ceiling, let's enjoy a performance by Stas Chernishev and Anne Hung from Fort Worth Performances for Autism.